More action-packed sports that make you sweat worse than Ray Lewis giving a Hall of Fame speech through that gold jacket. It's the Flex Zone, another Monday night here in the Plus Studios at WBGR. Welcome to the Flex Zone, the only place giving you sports how you want and when you need it. Red lights on, that means it's go time for us and the fellas. Do us a favor, we're on Facebook. Like us on Facebook, Flex Zone 1. Instagram, follow us at the Flex Zone 1. Twitter.
The Twitter.
At the Flex Zone 1. Of course, more important, let's get those subscribers up. Hit that bell. Get all the notifications. Flex Zone Podcast.
The first one.
On YouTube, of course. Call in, talk to us. 301-429-WBGR. Give us your opinions. Want to be a guest? Comments? Want to sit up here with the panel one day? Email us at theflexzone1@gmail.com. Another hot show fresh out the oven. We're talking Flex Talk. We got Sport of the Week. Talking NFL Hall of Fame. Crevonte's Goofies of the Week. We're talking Power as that heats up with Brian H. Waters. But of course, the show's not done alone. I'm not flying solo. I got the best team in the world with me. And of course, no whistle this week, but it's still Cousin D.
That's right, Byron. You know, Ray Lewis and jacket sweated. It was hot in Canton. But dagging them speeches was good, man. Very emotional and inspirational. And it was a good thing. Check out Dye Sporting Network on YouTube, as well as the Twitter at Dye Sporting Net.
Well, he's got his cards. It's the man, the patriarch. He's not goofy, but he can spot it out. Crevonte.
What's going on? What's going on, people? Crevonte Hurd here, and we're back another week. So much goofiness. So much goofiness to choose from. It was tough this week trying to narrow it down to 3, but, you know, I did my best. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it.
Last but not least, a new nickname for Mr. NABJ. Call him John Stockton because he's handing out assists. Call him the author because he always has the best stories. The co-founder of the Flex Zone, fresh from the D-Town, Andre Melton.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful people out there? Make sure that you follow me on IG, Black American Dream, Twitter, Andre1A Melton, and of course, Facebook, Andre Melton.
Hey, can I add a nickname to the nicknames?
Oh, God.
Go ahead.
El Capitano Goofy.
Oh, boy.
That just sounds long. You're like an unnecessary.
Yeah,
This is all unnecessary.
El Capitano Goofy.
Well, D, you alluded to it this past weekend in Canton was the NFL Hall of Fame. Sport of the Week, of course, is the NFL. Had the Hall of Fame game on Thursday. We'll touch on that quickly before we get into the speeches.
Yes, very quickly.
Did you watch?
I didn't watch live. I actually watched some of it today. I was busy doing Bronson League action, so I didn't get a chance to watch it live. But some good speeches, man. Ray Lewis, we definitely talked about already. Sweated out his pants, out his shirt, out his jacket.
Oh, my gosh.
He had J.O. up there dancing with him. That was cool. Brian Dawkins, I think, had an emotional speech. A lot of us didn't know he was dealing with some of the stuff. Yeah, John Fernando, man. We call him J.O. here, man.
Oh, it sounded like you said J.R., not J.O. That's what I was like.
I'll keep something.
Keep that goofiness away from you.
You know, I did have some of that barbecue chicken earlier, though.
My man. Yes, sir. But we also had Brian Urlacher was good. Mr. Kramer went, what? Like every year that he didn't get in the Hall of Fame, seeing that speech was that long?
It's been 50 years, man.
Yeah, my goodness, it's a long speech, man. And
I bet.
the GM from the Redskins, he was pretty good. Bob Baffert.
Mm-hmm.
But Randy Moss, man, I think that was the shock of the room, man. He really touched a lot of hearts, and I like how he said then, y'all have a good night. It was cool, man. And him being from West Virginia, taking the jacket back, it's a cool thing, man. But
Randy's was probably the best one because he looked lit. Randy looked like he was on something.
That tie was magnificent, by the way.
Loved it.
All the victims
Absolutely.
from police brutality and violence.
Out of all of the people on the panel in the class going to the hall, I think Randy Moss's was the most moving because it actually was a call to action. Now Ray Lewis, we knew this day would come. I've been calling for him to be quiet. I'm putting it nicely.
Preach away.
Because he was doing a lot of goofiness, doing a lot of cooning and buffooning.
Oh boy!
But this speech, I'm gonna give it to Randy over Ray because I feel like it meant more. He was more about his people and about what needs to change in America. And I feel like Ray Lewis was just... He switched it up because he had a wireless mic. I thought that was different. That was pretty cool. But he left a lot to be desired. I felt like it was going to be so much more, especially for the finale. He kind of left me high and dry. I definitely love Randy's speech. And I hope the guys hope he had the packed house at 4:30 the next day. West Virginia.
Dre?
I agree with Crevonte. I mean, Randy Moss's speech was actually shocking to me because Randy was never much of a talker during his career, and Ray Lewis to close out the show. You know, I mean, Ray Lewis. This is a man that we grew up, especially here in Baltimore. You felt like you wanted to put on a helmet, even if you know, no matter where you were in life, you felt like when you heard Ray Lewis talk, you wanted to play football. Not to say that his speech wasn't bad, because I mean, it was a good speech, and it was.
He had a couple goofy moments too.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, it was moving too, because you know he did talk about his mother and his brother, and like you said, it was a little goofiness up there when he had J.O. up there. I thought that was funny to me, but
J.O. got moves, man.
But I think that Randy's, you just felt that more.
Came from the heart.
Another speech that a lot of people were talking about was B-Dog.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm mad that I missed B-Dog's speech, but I mean, for Ray Lewis to just close it out, I just expected more out of Ray. But I mean, overall though, like D said, the speeches, they were all good. I mean, this is why we talked about this being the greatest Hall of Fame class out there. Just everybody, and I mean, overall, I mean, it was just, honestly, I think it was a good ceremony. But Randy Moss just probably, I think he just, from what I saw, stole the show. And then, like I said, also, you know, you heard about B-Dog. But of course, you knew B-Dog. You expect that, but Ray Lewis, you just expected something different.
I think with Ray, man, we've seen him in the media the last couple of years. His heart is in the right tension, but he's just out. He's just so out there with it, man. He just bops back and forth that sometimes comes off the line.
Don't worry, Dre. He always come to Empowerment Temple with your boy Jamal Bryant.
I think he thanked Jamal Bryant. Didn't he say all the pastors of his life? I think he do.
You mentioned him. He did mention a lot of names.
Yeah, he did mention a lot of
Baltimore
names.
about 40 times.
He did. You could have had one of them type of games.
No, I mean, I think he just kind of started it weird too.
That's what I mean.
I think
he's out. It just bounced.
It was just like from gate. There's no setup for it, and usually, I mean, Ray Lewis's locker room speeches have been much better. I mean, even the last one that he gave when he went into the locker room, and it was almost like he baptized Joe Flacco when the Ravens needed that victory. And it's like he laid hands on him or something because the Ravens came out and won that game. So I mean,
that's right.
I don't know what happened though during his Hall of Fame speech.
We'll get to the guy that wasn't there.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that.
Team obliterator, as he is known.
One man wasn't there. One of the greatest receivers ever. He was in the middle. Where was he at, D? Middle of nowhere?
He was in the middle of hit country.
Oh, boy. Tennessee, Chattanooga. Terrell Owens, we knew he wasn't there. Controversial decision from everywhere of him not attending. Had his friends and family there. Had his jacket FedEx to him.
I think they hand-delivered it to him. We got to the cleaners and they hand-delivered it.
So what did you think of T.O.'s speech and his decision not to join?
Arrogant.
Oh, boy.
Speeches to me, kind of. Outside, he got emotional by his grandmother. I think that was really heartfelt. But it was a lot of me. He even told the guy in the stands, I know you love me, but I love me more. And
I love that.
It's like, come on, man. I mean, come on.
You mean, come on, it's authentic T.O.
It is.
I'm just about to say, like, you don't get no more T.O. than that right there, especially with that comment. I mean, what? It's just like T.O. to have all the eyes on him and just him. Like,
it was Crevonte just made the point. He had his speech at 3:17 in the afternoon.
He didn't he didn't want to share nothing. Like, there was a bunch of other great athletes, football player, great men, and he was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it a little early. I'm gonna do it at 3:00 in the afternoon, where it's just me, all my glory, all my people came out, and I'ma gloat about myself.
And that's how I felt. It just felt like he glowed about. So the other candidates, I thought, and Canton, talked about family, talked more about everybody around the whole community that helped them become where they're at now.
But T.O., it was all about T.O.
He took those shots.
Yeah.
Dre, we know you're a T.O. guy through and through. Did you like what he did?
No.
I mean, thank you, brother.
I mean, honestly, and T.O. has family. I mean, when you even watch his reality show, of course, like D talked about his grandmother, but I mean, T.O. honestly, like the people around him truly do care for him. His friends, his family. He's had a tough upbringing, but I mean, there are people in T.O.'s life that really do love him. And I mean, as much as we talk about the team obliterator, there are coaches that go to bat still for T.O. to this day. I mean, Andy Reid
is probably his biggest supporter. Yeah, probably.
To this day, Andy Reid still loves him. Just like Moss loves Bill Belichick. Like Andy Reid still loves him.
Andy Reid, I heard B-Dub there.
I think you said he only thanked the assistant coaches, not really any head coaches.
Yeah. Assistant coaches just.
I think it was in the football life that T.O. does. It's not like T.O. hates Andy Reid, like he still, because he'll say that's probably like the best coach he's been
Absolutely.
under. But I mean, we all know T.O. is going to be T.O. and like y'all said, it's going to be about him, which is
some Bible scriptures,
which is no shocker. But I mean, I think T.O. should have. When you enter the Hall of Fame, it's a brotherhood, and I think that he missed an opportunity in his life that I think he's honestly just going to regret. One day later on. I mean, as much as we talk about T.O. being an all about me guy, at the end of the day, is out of all the players in football. I mean, you have thousands of men who have walked, put on cleats and that helmet, and only about 300 have been selected in the Hall of Fame, and it's a fraternity that. Not like any other. I mean, and to me, that Hall of Fame is just different from any other Hall of Fame, whether it's baseball, basketball, whatever. Facts. I mean, and then for him to do that, especially a living legend as himself, I think it's something that later on I think he is honestly going to regret. I think he's coming. He did it from a place of hurt, and you can't let.
But the funny thing is, I don't think he will. I don't think he will ever regret that because that's the type of guy T.O. is. If you ever wronged him
it's over.
Any type of way,
like a woman scorn,
it's a wrap.
That's true.
It's over. He's never gonna let it down. The media writers, anybody who had a vote in the Hall of Fame, that's why he didn't go. Right. Because ultimately you would have had to thank the voters in some way, shape, or form for putting you in, even though you were probably 2 years a little off.
But the thing, 6 years. Mark was one of the greatest crimes I ever seen.
Michael Irvin,
Shannon Sharp. I mean, there's a lot of people who have had to wait years, but at some point you do have to thank the voters and the fans because. I mean, it was basically it was a movement. It was like almost like a movement. It was kind of like we were debating First Take, Undisputed.
Always.
So many Around the Horn, PTI. I mean, I can just go through the list of sports shows.
It was on everybody's track list. It was like on everybody's rundown. That's what it was for that whole day. Like no matter what show you was on,
we talked about it.
Yeah, we was one of them.
I mean, I don't mind. He could have waited another year, in my opinion. I've been good.
It's a crime that he didn't get in first ballot, of course. But at the same time, eventually you have to just let that go.
I think only 6 wide receivers ever gotten in first ballot.
Randy Moss was one of them.
Yeah.
And and you just got to thank the people who pushed for you to get there. Man.
Well,
so much hurt.
Someone who hopes to get in the Hall of Fame one day. Lamar Jackson played his first game. What did you think of it, real quick, of his performance?
Well, it's not a lot to judge by the offensive line. It was a third-string offensive line. They couldn't block me or anybody else up here right now. But the fact of the matter is, I will say it's about LeVar Jackson. He does still got to know that I got to pass the ball sometimes. He's got that breakaway speed. He can just hop run everywhere.
Get down, slide, get out of bounds.
But you can slide. You can stay in the pocket a little bit more and throw the ball. He still needs a year to develop. But once he gets there, he's going to be like a diamond. Once he's pressed, he's going to be money.
I don't think it was much. It wasn't much to judge.
Talk to us in a month, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Come back and see me.
I want to see him in the last preseason game.
Against your boys.
He got in second half. Kind of late. Your boy RG3, which he need to learn a lot from. His mistakes, that is. Yeah. From what not to do.
I gotta say, Whoopi didn't look too bad to me, man.
No, he didn't.
And if it wasn't for a couple drops, he would look better.
Man, oh God, the Bears receivers though. Do anybody want a job? They was dropping water balls, man. Nobody was drop.
Dre.
It's the first game. I mean,
I know.
you didn't expect much. He is a rookie. That curve, but I mean, like D said, I think give him some time. Of course, you can see that this guy is going to be electrifying, but you just gotta give it time. I think that we're so used to these rookies coming in and playing so good, like Deshaun Watson, for example. Right. I mean,
go back,
RG, they started it maybe this new wave.
I mean, RG3 and Andrew Luck in his first year.
But when you say it, it's only really been a few. Yeah, because most haven't really panned out.
Yeah, most don't pan out.
But as long as the number keeps rising, GM's gonna keep taking them chances.
You gotta have
that's a new wave. Look, let Lamar take his time, learn the Ravens offense. But I mean, I think that it was a good start. He can really learn and grow from this. But I mean, he's only going to get better.
Right. But you know, I think a lot of GMs make a mistake. They wait till they absolutely need a quarterback to get a quarterback. You have to get your quarterback before the guy who's your current quarterback before he leaves, so he gets some time to develop. Aaron Rodgers is the perfect example of what you're supposed to do. While you still have a guy who's winning you games and doing well, then you give him and groom Aaron Rodgers. Then Aaron Rodgers is arguably one of the best quarterbacks ever.
I mean, look. I mean, you could say the same thing about when the Patriots had Jimmy G.
Sure.
I mean,
we
go
down the list.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you catch a diamond. You know what I'm saying? You catch a Carson Wentz or Jared Goff once he gets a good coach. You know, things like that. But it doesn't happen often. Right. It's lightning in the bottle. RG3, lightning in the bottle type of thing. So I don't know. GM's got to get that together. Don't wait till you absolutely need it.
Well, when training camp started for most teams, people want to get paid. We got, I'll throw in a fourth guy, but we got Khalil Mack, Aaron Donald, Le'Veon Bell, and Odell Beckham. He wants to get paid. Actually doing all the right things. Happy to hear that after the crazy offseason he had. The question is, I guess, who we all know they deserve one, each of these players, but who gets it first? John Gruden hasn't even talked to Khalil Mack.
That's crazy. I think Aaron Donald. I think Aaron Donald.
They broke off Gurley. They broke off Cooks.
And to pay what? He's got a restaurant endorsement now. McDonald's.
Hey, look. It's not McDonald's, the best lineman in football. Pay that man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and
open up the checkbook.
And I think
open up the checkbook. I think
out of everybody, he's the. I think he's the most dominant. At his position,
no question,
and health is a thing. But I think Khalil Mack. I probably would have said Khalil Mack, but John Gruden they haven't spoken, which is goofy. Like, as soon as you got the job, you need to talk to your players, especially the ones that's in their contract year and your best players.
And the only player we know on that defense.
No, I mean, it's an absolute crime what's going on in Oakland. That's why I said it's a sinking ship before it even sailed.
They haven't even left the dock.
See, John Gruden got on, and then the ship just totally over. Just got on.
But I mean, I think it seems like the panel pretty much says Aaron Donald.
Because the Steelers.
Because when you break it down, Le'Veon,
he's not gonna get. The Steelers are not gonna pay him.
This is last year. I think Odell gets paid after this year.
This year,
I think Odell gets franchised. I don't think he gets.
But the problem, Odell wants $20 million a year almost. Antonio Brown money, they don't want to give it to him.
They gonna start pushing for quarterback money.
They just paid Saquon Barkley like he's the number one running back in the league.
Y'all both might be right, but we gotta see how this season goes.
No, because Odell, we can't forget Odell Beckham.
When he went down last year, that was it.
Oh yeah, it was alright.
But we can't forget Odell Beckham is still in some mess.
He is.
Like, his offseason wasn't the prettiest, and even though it's some old stuff that came up, it's some things that he's gonna have to get over. He's gonna have to overcome.
I know it's not on the paperwork, but I seen something with Kelvin Benjamin trying to get on Cam Newton.
He basically threw shots at the whole franchise.
Yeah, that's kind of good.
Because they traded him, that's why.
Yeah.
He was overweight.
Again, with a play.
He's a wide receiver that's almost 300 pounds. Come on, man.
You can't create separation, man.
Shannon Sharp was getting on this one.
Honestly, the Giants could have something really special brewing, similar to what the Steelers do with your running back, quarterback, and wide receiver.
But that O-line and defense, though.
Eli
still.
I mean, when you have that talent, when you, especially a rookie sensation, is what they're talking about with Saquon, which I do believe in Saquon. Odell. Odell is electrifying himself,
Sure enough,
and I think I don't think Eli is done yet. I think Eli is just like I always say, give me Eli in the playoffs or Flacco in the playoffs, yeah. But Eli during the regular season, I don't
gotta
really
get there
expect
first.
much. I
Yeah,
think
They
he's
got old
We
Wentz
don't
up
need
there.
Eli. We
But
need
see,
Eli.
but see, Odell. Well, Eli owes Odell a lot because I thought his career was over
He revived it.
3 years ago
Yeah.
when Odell came out and saved them. Maybe Saquon will save him, preserve it, maybe even more. But the Giants sooner rather than later need to get a quarterback.
Yeah, no question.
Now, speaking of quarterbacks, we're going to start our preview series of each division with the NFL season. A little bit over a month away. About a month from now, actually, they'll be kicking
Yeah,
off
we'll be
on Thursday night.
it all.
Now, we start with the AFC East. Pretty clear who we think is going to win the division.
It's who's going to be
Who's
second.
gonna be
We already
second?
know who's going to be first.
I actually think the New York Jets will be second
Wow.
with Mr. Donald. They got him locked
That's
up.
right, my man Sam.
I think he's going to start day one, and he's going to be the best
He
rookie
needs-
quarterback in this class this year because he's going
Don't
to play
put
the
your
most.
thumbs down, Unc. Don't
And
you
I
put
think,
your thumbs
don't forget, the Jets started out last year pretty good.
Oh yeah.
And we love Todd Bowles. I think he's fighting for his job. I
Dang,
think,
every year he's on the hot seat. Like,
I think
Crazy
the
how you
Jets,
treat my man,
I think the
Joe.
Jets are second, and whoever else can fight for third and fourth.
Bills will be last. I think.
Who's that quarterback?
Josh Allen. I think he's going
They got
to
AJ McCarron,
I don't think so.
Peterman?
I don't think so.
It's Kyle Bowler.
Kyle Goofy?
Chris
wow.
Redmond.
I don't.
Somebody.
I don't.
Somebody
Tony
called him-
Banks.
Somebody
I
called
don't
the
think-
minister.
I don't
Somebody.
think the Bills are going to be last.
Nobody
So,
gonna
so,
be
so, I, all right. So, just for
What
all
do the Dolphins
fair
really
disclosure,
have?
You think
What
the you think the
Tannehill's still there. They
Tannehill
got
coming back.
Minka Fitzpatrick. They signed Amendola from the Patriots.
I did see that.
I mean,
y'all
As B
really?
said, it's a battle for second. We know
you
it's number
can't.
one.
Oh yeah.
you can't sleep on the Dolphins.
I'm snoring.
I like the Jets a lot. I think they might be in the hunt for a wild card. I don't think they're
Wow,
gonna be
I
competitive. I
ain't
think they're
going
gonna be
that far.
competitive.
I think the Jets.
They were competitive last
I think
year.
the Jets. I think the Jets will be second. Because the Bills, honestly, both of them are really goofy.
And that shady situation, boy.
But see, Miami
I
is
feel bad
goofy
for
too because their guys up top are real shaky.
Yeah,
as far as,
Steven
especially as far
Ross.
as the anthem and things like that is concerned.
Yeah.
Like, I take that into account when I think of how good a team or organization is going to be. I think the Jets are in the best outside of the Patriots, of course, and the Patriots aren't looking good. But I think the Jets are second. I think they will finish
By
second.
default.
Already by default.
Yeah, man.
Look,
just-
Trey,
I
it sucks.
can't argue. I mean, it's unanimous that the Patriots are going to win it. But I mean, I think I agree with you. The Jets seem to be
Jets got
the
most
clear
hope.
cut
I
number
like that.
two.
They do.
that defense is young. They got Jamal Adams. They got Marcus May, some good safeties. They got a team, man.
I'm gonna say,
They still got Williams
But
on the
Leonard
line.
Williams is still there.
but I think I agree with Crevonte. By default,
You think
no.
Buffalo by
Actually,
default?
you know what? Buffalo.
tough.
I'm gonna say Buffalo. Buffalo is probably going to end up last because,
Oh yeah, they are.
like you said, the shady situation.
Who's the quarterback?
That I mean,
They
right now,
traded for,
the Bills.
Dutch Goff and the
The
Browns.
Bills
Yeah,
got
McCarron.
too many issues right now that I think.
Oh, they traded for Corey Coleman.
Corey
That
Coleman.
was just,
I'm not to say the Dolphins don't have issues, but I mean I think the Bills just have a little more issues than.
I
what
think the
Dolphins
Jets have.
do.
I think the Jets have the second best quarterback in the division
Facts,
already.
Facts.
They have the
Facts.
second best coach probably.
They do.
Todd Bowles.
Yes.
They have a good young defense. And hey, they always play the Patriots tough.
They always that is
I'm
a
not
fact.
losing
That
coach.
is a fact. That is a fact.
I just think the Jets are going to be second, but we know the Patriots are going to win. Feel free to chime in if you have a decision, but AFC East, what?
It's
the past 12
no.
years?
It's no. Don't debate.
Yeah.
Past
Who's
12
gonna be
years,
number one?
13 years.
It's number
been
two.
Patriots.
It's
The
all
race
about-
for number two is much
That's-
more
that's what
fun.
it is.
Jets. Now we
I
go
don't
to
mind
the
it.
West Coast. Team Aaron Donald is going to be playing for is probably the prohibitive favorite. The Rams. They won 12-4 last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they will go back to back this year. Maybe even be a potential Super Bowl team. We'll have to see how the NFC shakes out. I think the Rams win that division by at least 2 or 3 games.
I mean, I mean, the Seahawks have taken 4 or 5 steps.
Poor
back.
Russell Wilson.
I mean,
He
like,
got Sierra. He's good.
but that's what happens when you get Sierra. That's what happens. Hey, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. There's a beautiful woman, but she has a curse with her.
And
Whatever.
she took
The
your
Sierra
goodies.
curse.
Hey, she took your goodies.
Oh,
The
God.
Sierra-
No, with your team.
The Sierra
Oh.
curse.
The Sierra curse. Yes, absolutely,
So that's why.
absolutely.
So
That's
So-
why
so
why all is going down.
So Russell's going to 1-2 step. His
I'm not playing, but I'm not
Hey,
doing
hey,
this.
sure.
I'm not doing this.
So are the Seahawks last?
No, they're third. Arizona's
Cardinals
gonna rebuild.
Yeah, the Cardinals definitely rebuild.
Cardinals lost their center.
Even though Larry, man, you gotta get him out of there.
I was hurt when I found out that they didn't have the honey badge. I was like, wow.
Yeah, he's in the Crevonte team in Houston.
Love it.
But I mean,
so
y'all are right. Larry, get out of there, but it's too good.
So the 49ers are going to be second.
Dre, we're in agreement. The 49ers are going to make the playoffs, right? They're going to be a wild card. Are you still on the train?
Ooh.
You conducted, baby.
That's right, baby. They're going to the playoff. They're going to go 10-6, baby.
Too, but
they're going to make that wild card, baby.
The South teams might beat each other.
Let's just say Jimmy G got an extra couple years of experience, baby.
Hey, Mike, quick. Week 1.
My man said no.
Week 1.
In the control room, he said
Niners and Vikings play in Minnesota.
It's going to be a big game.
Ooh, that's going
to be big. We'll see how good Jimmy G really is.
Yeah. Rams are probably going to run away with this division.
They have a legit enough talent, a lot of characters.
Sure.
They can put it together.
Oh my God.
They could be right there playing for that Super Bowl berth.
Who's in charge of that defense?
Wade Phillips.
My gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah, but he did it with Denver. They had a lot of characters.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
teams over there.
Yeah, he's got experience.
He's probably the best defensive mind in football right now.
I agree.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, don't get me wrong. We still got the build the checks, and we got Minnesota. Guy up there. Mike Zimmerman.
I mean, especially with Rex Ryan not being there, because Rex Ryan, when he was there, he was one of a kind. But I mean, the Rams are just stacked. 49ers, right there, probably right behind them.
Another year or two away, but they're coming.
Hey, Dre, just remember now, Rex Ryan is sucking the toes of ESPN.
Yuck. I don't know where we're going with that.
That's just
network, as they say.
Anyway,
that's right.
Rams.
So
I was totally thrown off when he said it.
The good joke by Rex Ryan. Come on.
I get it.
I feel uncomfortable. Can you please put that?
Just a row.
Just throw the whole stack. The whole stack.
So I
whole deck of cards.
We agree. Arizona, sadly, Crevonte is last.
Oh, they're last.
David Johnson needs a new contract.
I'm out, man.
I forgot about David Johnson.
Yeah, he needs to come. And they probably will have your boy Rosen playing by the end of the year.
Yeah, because they got Sam. How much they paid Sam Bradford? Like $20-something million?
Just to get her.
Come on, my man is finessing. Yo, him and Carmelo Anthony are finessing their respective leagues, and it's amazing. Like, I'm not mad at none of them.
Seahawks maybe around 500, if that.
Yeah, maybe. They're going to be competitive.
I think the 49ers can win 10 games, and I think the Rams just 2 or 3 games better than everybody.
You said they get 10?
Then they get 10-6.
It's a crime what is happening in Seattle, man. To Russell.
Hey, Pete, you know how to get up out of there. Get up out of there now.
Go back to USC. Go back to USC with this guy.
Come back home. Come back to my Trojans, baby.
Tuck and roll.
Come back.
Tuck and roll.
So we're in agreement. Patriots and Rams are going to be heading to the division. It'll get more interesting.
I guess we started easy. We started with
the easy. Stay tuned next week. But after this break, we're going to talk Flex Talk. LeBron doing another great thing in the community.
No, we do.
And we're talking about the Orioles, but I take the H off this week. I actually got some love for the hometown team. It's the Flex Zone and you. We'll be right back on WBGR.
The Rebel.
That's right.
The Rebel. Hey. Crevonte Hurd, the co-founder of the Flex Zone. Follow me on Instagram at Crevonte_Hurd. Follow the Flex Zone at the Flex Zone 1. Also, like our content. Please leave comments. Trust me, you like what you hear.
What's good, everybody? You already know who it is. Drizzy Dre, Mr. One and Only, the man of 1,000 nicknames. And all I'm saying is go ahead and like our Facebook page, The Flex Zone. You see us every Monday at 10 p.m. on WBGR. So you might as well go ahead and hit that like button for me. Not asking for much. Hit that like button. You already know what it is. What's good, everybody? This is Drizzy Dre, Mr. One and Only, the co-founder and executive producer for The Flex Zone. Go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Flex Zone, to catch us each and every week. All the craziness that you may have heard or you may not have heard. Go ahead to YouTube, subscribe, The Flex Zone, to catch us.
We're back live here on WBGR. Flex Zone, only place give me sports how you want when you need it. We got to check in on Facebook. Shout out to Donnie Richardson. Checking in, saying Steelers are the best.
Boo!
Tell them, D, they're going down this year. They didn't pay Le'Veon Bell. You will be cursed.
I think Big Ben is on the decline.
Y'all tweaking on the
and your boy AD is, he twerking on the man cover.
I ain't seen that man cover twerking.
Well, we got a new Twitter poll.
The Twitter?
At the Flex Zone 1, is Eli Manning the Hall of Famer, 2 Super Bowl rings. His career probably has been extended another 2 to 3 years. That's a tough one.
I don't think so.
He's not a
You like
first
Eli?
ballot.
I don't think so.
He's not a first ballot.
I think he is.
I think he is
First
too.
ballot Hall of Famer?
I think he is too.
Chime in if you think so.
I think he is too.
How do you deny the guy?
It
who
depends
got
on
one?
what.
I'm not
But-
even going to debate you statistic wise or nothing like that. He is a Manning. He has 2 Super Bowl MVPs, and he beat Tom Brady twice.
Oh boy.
I think that's it. There's not much that has to be
Hey,
said
if
about
Joe
outside
Namath
of
can
that.
get in, Eli Manning is a shoe.
He probably will get in because he'll have the numbers too because he's going to play another couple years.
Right. And thank you, Odell Beckham,
Yep.
and soon
Saquon
Saquon
Barkley.
Barkley.
And Sterling Shepard.
But the thing that upsets me the
Evan
most,
Ingram.
though, about all of this with Eli, he could have had he has the record for most consecutive games, but damn McAdoodoo for
He could have had the record, yeah.
he would have broke that thing.
That made no sense
thus
just to
far.
go back to him the next week.
I didn't understand
Yeah,
That
for
was
a second.
petty. That was petty.
Yeah.
And
That
he-
was goofy. Like, why? Like, for like all I was saying is like, why?
Shout out to Antoine joining in. Now I said I had something for y'all. Well, I'll get your answer at the end of the segment. But if you could have one player to start your team without his Hall of Fame class, who would you take?
Woo,
One player. You get one. Start your team with. Who would you take?
My.
And if you got to comment in on
Dog.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. You got one player: Ray Lewis, Urlacher, Moss, T.O. Who we got?
Dawkins.
Against Brian Dawkins.
Oh,
Beathard. Who would you take? One player. You get one player to start your team with.
Kramer,
Who are you taking?
What's my man called Doomsday?
Wow.
That's with the
Yeah.
Oilers.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
Feel free to chime in.
I'm going to say this early, but I'm glad Dawkins got in this year because next year,
Next
I don't
year's
know.
Lil
I don't know.
Chad, Malu,
No chance.
Ed
I
Reed.
don't
It
know,
could be
man.
another stack
They ain't
class.
putting no 3 safeties in that
But I'm gonna let y'all
jump.
marinate. If
That's
you
true.
watching on Facebook,
Woo, that's
chime in.
tough.
Who would you start your team with? You got a franchise. You get to pick any of these players in their prime. No issues, no injuries. You get to start your team with them.
Dang.
Who would
I
you
mean-
pick? Let us know. I'll come back to it at the end of the segment.
I have a feeling I think we're going to agree. Just without
get one.
even putting much into. I think we're all going to agree.
As Dre's boy Ray J would say, you get one wish.
You know that's goofy.
I had to throw that in there.
That's goofy.
But it's time for flex talk as Crevonte gives the red card.
Got to flex again.
The guy from Akron, what's his name, dude?
Flex.
Come on, you gotta give
LeBron.
us
LeBron.
Okay, all right.
Here's LeBron.
The
He's
ABL,
LeBron.
no hate today, right?
No.
We're not going to hate on LeBron today.
He opens up
No.
the I Promise
No.
School, free
I
tuition,
love LeBron today.
free college
Beautiful.
tuition
I
if
admit
they
it. I love him
finish,
today.
Beautiful.
job assistance
I
for the community,
Give it up.
so many other things he's
Give it
doing.
up. I love him today. We can all agree on that.
He's no longer
All
Cleveland
good.
Cavaliers. He's
Absolutely.
still going back to his hometown. D is happy.
That's right. Man.
Just real quick, the school is looking like it's a great thing. Joins the likes of Jalen
Man.
Rose and Diddy has a school.
I've
It's
been
a
in
great-
some private schools, boy. During the high school games the last couple of years. But boy, that thing, LeBron got knackered, boy. I tell you, man, that thing look majestic.
Does it impress D? Does it impress D?
Majestic. Oh
Impressive.
yes, it does. And
You hear that, LeBron? You're impressed.
We,
You're
we'll
impressed, D.
we will get on that goofy pumpkin head that's down the street here in the nation's capital.
Oh yes.
In a
Yes, we
little
will.
bit.
Yes, we will.
But I assure you this,
Yes, we will.
LeBron James, you will not hear a peep out of me today. You are the man. You are the greatest of all time off the basketball court. Yes, you are. In my book.
Crevonte.
That brother is a king. I tell
He's
you,
a king,
that is
I'm
a
a
king. That is a king setting his young ones up.
Yeah.
I mean, not just his kids. He's
Generations.
putting these boys that probably wouldn't. They probably wouldn't have a chance. In all honesty, probably wouldn't have a chance. He was grateful. He had the God-given talent of basketball. Not everybody has that, and he's giving these over 200, 240 some kids.
Right.
This is amazing, and it's only gonna get bigger.
Yes.
Snacks, food, everything. They don't need nor want for anything. I'm sure it's state of the art. I want to take a tour. I want to take a
Got
tour
the
because
shoes on
it
the wall.
looks beautiful. Like
thing looks
you got
majestic,
two
man.
options to go up the stairs. This is amazing.
Right.
LeBron, you've outdone yourself, baby. But this wasn't this isn't his first. His first way of helping his community.
Not by a long shot.
You know what I'm saying? So he's been paying kids. He's been putting the kids through school, putting his homies, like his team that he's close to him, putting them through school. And now he's going back home, help kids that are less fortunate than he was. And I mean, it's beautiful. I have
And let me read off some stuff. You
Go
said
ahead.
free tuition, free uniforms, free bicycle and helmet,
Sheesh.
free transportation within 2 miles, free breakfast, lunch, and snacks.
Beautiful.
Food pantry for families, GEDs and job placement services for parents.
And I think
That is
I think
amazing.
that is one that goes unnoticed because a lot of the kids who are in unfortunate situations have parents who were once in unfortunate situations. So I think that's huge. He's giving back to the parents too.
And then last, guaranteed tuition to the University of Akron for every student who graduates.
Man, that's
I
crazy.
mean,
That's crazy.
like you said, when we talk about some boss moves, I mean,
King right there.
To
That's
me,
a king. That's a king right there.
King.
to
How
me,
about that?
LeBron James, I mean, you have to, not only is he on the Mount Rushmore of basketball, I'm putting him on the Mount Rushmore of greatest athletes of all time
no
for this
question.
type
Hey
of.
man, listen.
For this type of-
You ain't hear no beef from me, baby.
Anything outside
you
the
ain't
court,
hear no
I always
beef.
tell y'all.
You ain't hear no beef from me.
LeBron is the best
I'm-
outside
I'm-
the NBA court.
I mean, for I mean, and I'm saying of athletes of all time.
The
I mean,
Ali's, the Jim Browns, you put them
for-
up there with them.
Yes, because I mean, people don't. I mean,
Ray Lewis said that Jim Brown passed him the torch the other night.
Yuck, and he dropped it.
I don't quite know
Nah,
about that.
when
dropped
you do a move like this for a man who went to high school, didn't even go to college, and for him to be able to do what he's doing, and he sees the value of an education, and like you said, Crevonte, people it really gets glossed over how great of the attributes that he's given back.
That's
I mean, to
amazing.
put, like you said, he put his whole team through school while he was on the NBA court. I mean, we talk about the
look at
number
guys
of
in
people
high
that
school, too. He's had,
the number of people who
played with
he's put through college from high school, like you said, D, and then to be able to, that's not only a boss move, that's the move of a king, and that's something that's a precedent that
Absolutely.
a lot of our athletes and entertainers aren't doing. For him to be able to do this, and not only did he give back to the community, he went back home and did this. I mean, that is unlike no other.
Locally, they had the thing on E60 yesterday about St. Francis, and their football coaches not doing like LeBron. That's just unbelievable. But doing stuff, housing kids, and the area. Of course, we know St. Francis ain't the best of areas.
Sure.
But they're definitely doing a lot and stuff like that. But shout out to them too. Stuff like that you want to hear about, man. You want to see, and that should be more. That should be out there instead of the goofy and dumb stuff we see.
Well, I mean, and I hope that this blueprint that LeBron has left inspires and motivates others to follow in his footsteps, to go back to their communities. Can you imagine if our athletes and our entertainers go back to do things like this? I mean, not even necessarily a school, but just putting a supermarket, things like that back into the community, uplifting, rebuilding. I mean, LeBron, that's why you the king, man.
Brother.
That's why you the king, man.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
now-
I tell you again, that GED,
Yeah, that's a big one.
that's a big one
that's
right there.
big.
Now,
Parents, too.
from a king to a bunch of dunces,
Oh boy.
the Baltimore Orioles. D, you didn't
My
want to talk
lord.
about this. Real quick, they trade away Scope, trade away Gosman. Papa Fraud, he gone. You don't get no more specials on pizza.
Yes, you do.
Oh no, I
Yes,
left
you
him
do.
alone.
That's a lie, Byron.
No.
Oh, you still get them? Like,
Yeah, they
you,
don't
you
get
sell out.
I don't care.
I have left Papa
Okay.
John's alone.
That's right. So
He is a fraud. His whole organization a fraud, and he's a moron.
I keep it simple.
Well, it's
The
not
Ori-
his organization
The
anymore.
Orioles
Oh,
are
yeah, technically.
rebuilding. It's not gonna be overnight.
We talked about that already.
They got money to spend internationally. Go get Victor Mesa. Go get his little
What kind of
brother.
name is that?
Hey, look, you got two names. You got to be good. Go two first names. You got to be good.
I hope.
Go get his little
Oh,
brother,
Goofy.
Victor Mesa Jr. Get Bobby Witt the first pick. DFA Chris Davis, and let these young players play in August and September.
I think the Orioles do have a plan.
They got 15 players back. They got to work out somehow.
Yeah, I think they have a plan. They had to replenish the minors league system because it was trash. Going out, getting international scouting. That at least, do Dan Duquette? That's the question though. Do he stay on?
That's the question we want to know. Him and Buck.
Because his contract is out after this year.
He's
And
man,
Buck
Buck
should be
Showalters,
gone.
too.
The tough part in this whole thing is that rebuilding is never fun.
Nope.
Nobody wants to be in rebuilding mode because it's not the easiest hole to get out of. It's going to take some years unless you catch lightning in the bottle.
Astro, I like lightning.
You know what I'm saying?
Even they lost 100 games 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's gonna take time. So, are the GMs and the front office, are they gonna be patient?
Who's the GM?
Because
that's the question, right?
But when you're at the bottom, you have no choice.
But you can't make this many moves and kick the man out.
I agree. Yeah. We'll see.
I don't know. I don't know. It's goofy. It's all goofy. I hate to see Baltimore like this. Especially
the reason why I think this one's better than the one we've seen in them 14 years of losing, because then it just looked like no one just knew what they wanted to do. At least now they have a straight plan.
Have direction.
Some direction.
Don't mess this up.
Please, Angelo's family, don't screw this.
Oh, they're going to screw it
Oh,
up.
boy.
They're going to screw it
Keep your
up.
pinstripe self over there.
I mean, when you talk about, statements like, so what? We've taken a step back. So we're redirecting those resources into scouting and operation, into recruiting, into our player development. We're going to be active and intentional intentional recruiting market. We're going to be more active in technology and facilities in our training program. I mean, it's just like that
doesn't add up.
It doesn't. No, none of this stuff adds up. Like, what are you even saying? Like, we know that the ship.
In a nice way we're rebuilding.
But he's also said that they're going through a strong rebuild. So I mean, clearly he knows.
Strong rebuild.
So clearly he knows that. So clearly there's a plan in motion that it's a total rebuild and that they're tanking basically. But I mean,
keep losing, baby.
It goes back to something when Rob Parker, when we had him on the show, and he said about that window, and the Orioles had a chance, a legit chance, and the city was behind them.
Don't remind me.
And next thing you know, they missed it because they would not. The chief owner would not get the proper pitching to go along with the hitting because they were right there. I mean, the only team at that time that was stopping them in the American League was the Royals, who went on to win the World Series.
Lucky enough with the Royals now, both teams are the worst.
Yeah, they caught, but at least they got a World Series in recent memory.
Yeah, I'm about to say the Orioles. Orioles don't have.
However it comes.
The Orioles don't have nothing.
But my quick man, I gotta say that this whole situation, Adam Jones being loyal, God bless him. You gotta re-sign Adam Jones just for him being loyal, man. Cause he could have been about it. I would have loved him.
But they were looking to trade him.
He didn't want to go.
He has a no trade clause in his contract. He didn't want to go.
He stayed.
He needs to go. Adam, go.
Now, real quick, Crevonte, you may touch on this in a few minutes. EA Sports removed Kaepernick's name from the song. YG Big Sean Madden on Big Bank. We'll hear about that in a minute.
Crevonte, hit all them.
I'll jump into it later. Just know that it's goofy and it's out of line and it's out of pocket. Just know that much. I'll talk about it a little bit later though.
Now, Crevonte, another. Go ahead, Jay.
I was just gonna say, how desperate are you, like, to remove his name off of a video game?
Come on,
soundtrack. It's not like he's playing in the video game. They removed it off a soundtrack.
Come on, bro. Y'all just being goofy. And then my man's like, color. It's like they still taking shots at him.
Now, another boy that you like, Urban Meyer.
Oh, you mean Urban Liar on this show?
Boy.
I don't know.
Oh, no.
I don't know. It's something missing. It's something missing. A couple things missing. I don't know. I need to see these documents.
Does he make it to the September 1st opening?
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, he'll make it.
I'm gonna say
he'll make it.
What the report?
We know you love Saint Nick, but right there with him is Urban Meyer.
Yeah, I mean, look, I like Urban Meyer alone just because he got my man Tebow. But
on that note,
no, and I mean, in all seriousness, though, I mean, what the report comes out in 14 days, so that way we can get a full understanding of what exactly happened. But I mean, this one's a tough one to call because we don't have.
It's not
all of the facts with it. But I mean, it's just. But I mean, like you said, it's so shady because this happened back in 2015 and it's 2018 and we're talking about it now. So it's a lot of wishy-washy, flip-flopping.
But that's the thing now. Like, everybody's getting caught up on stuff they did a while ago.
Your dirt coming back to hurt you.
Like, this is crazy. I didn't know dirt moved like that.
Well, I guess for everybody except our president, though.
And they say Isaiah Thomas says Lonzo Ball jump shot unfixable. It's a big what? W what?
It's a big W. Everybody knows.
And Lonzo got to get healthy. Now,
Goofy.
I said, what player you take your franchise to start with before we get to your goofies of the week? Antoine checked in and said Ray made everyone around him better, play harder, much intensity. He said Ray Lewis. D, who you take?
I'll go Randy Moss, man. Take Randy Moss. He's great.
Take big play Moss.
He was great when he came in.
Man. It was between them two, but I have to go with Ray and Lewis because it's something to be said about a leader, and trust me, the Ravens wouldn't have them 2 Super Bowls without that brother.
That's true.
Nope.
He's a very close second.
But I think, the scariest receiver ever.
I agree, the scariest receiver, but defense wins championships. And you talk about a leader, the greatest motivator of men in all of sports. Ray Lewis, hands down, to me, that's who I'm starting my team with.
I mean, it's 1A, 1B with me.
The greatest, and not only that, the greatest linebacker.
Yeah.
Not only is he the greatest motivational player, but the greatest linebacker of all time.
Ooh. LT may have something to say about that, but
No, I mean, look.
That can maybe a topic for another day.
It's a debate.
Sure.
Well, there's no debate now. Crevonte, are you ready? Are you good to go?
Can we
go
to break?
You need a break? Okay.
Can we go to break?
We'll get a break for Crevonte so we can get his goofies together. We'll be right back on the Flex Zone. Quick break. Goofies of the week up next.
Hey, what's good, people? This is Crevonte Hurd at Crevonte Hurd, CREVONTEHURDE. Facebook, Twitter, Crevonte_Hurd on Instagram, and I'm with
your friendly neighborhood cousin D. And of course, you can check me out on the Twitter at DieSportingNet. And of course, Instagram, undercase DMARUSD.
And of course, check out WBGR Sports Network and check us out, The Flex Zone, from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Facebook Live.
Every Monday, so if it's the NBA playoffs, MLB playoffs, Monday Night Football, or...
Did you just say Monday nights?
Sweet! What is this? Get off me.
This is your boy Drizzy Dre, Mr. One and Only, the man of 1,000 nicknames.
Goofy nicknames.
Hey, look.
What? What do you want?
Look, I want them to tune in every Monday at 10 p.m. to see us live for all the debates that we have.
And goofiness.
And all the goofiness, too.
Because we are the only place that can do what, Crevonte?
Give you sports how you want it.
When you need it.
Hey guys, this is Crevonte Hurd here. I am the senior producer and co-founder of The Flex Zone. Follow me, Crevonte Hurd, at CREVONTEHURDE. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Crevonte_Hurd. I am the voice of reason on the show. I point out all goofiness when I see it, and trust me, there is a lot of it. Check us out.
Hey, they're right. Come on, man.
Get out of here. That's what I'm going to do. The goofiness. There it goes.
We're back on the Flex Zone, the only place giving you sports how you want it when you need it. You waited long enough. I'm not going to talk anymore. He's got the cards. It's the goofy man himself. The first pick in the Hall of Fame. It's Crevonte.
Appreciate it, Byron. This is the Goofies of the Week. I'm Crevonte Hurd. And this great section that's growing and growing has sponsored by the Flex Zone. Appreciate you guys for giving me a little bit of time to tell you how I feel about the Goofies of the Week. Number one, you guys already know, like I like to start off green then red. This first one could arguably be red, but I'm gonna leave it green for the first one, and we'll eventually build up to red. Draymond Green and Tristan Thompson. So it was after the ESPYs awards. LeBron James was hosting a party, and we already know there's bad blood between the Warriors and the Cavs players right now. And, Draymond Green is not the easiest person to get along with. I don't know exactly what he said, but he said enough for Tristan Thompson to two-piece him. Boop, boop. Easily, Draymond Green is obviously very, very upset about it, but I'm sure whatever he said, he had it coming. I'm sure he had it coming one way or another. But I think the goofiest thing about this is it wasn't your party. This was LeBron James, and Kevin Durant and LeBron James, of all people, had to break both of y'all up because y'all was being goofy. And do you know what LeBron did after that? He left. It's so bad, LeBron James left his own shindig. Like, this is crazy. How do you get goofy? Pushing red, but I'm gonna leave it green. Draymond Green, get it together. Everybody knows you're not about that life. Stop it.
You saw? I mean, for you to leave your own party, I may have to I may have to give you a red.
Hey, but listen, LeBron knows. That's why LeBron is up here and he's somewhere down here, because LeBron understands, like, I can't be around this goofiness. I'm out. Even if my neighbor's on, I'm not gonna be here for it.
You sure they couldn't do a Martin? Did they get the step?
Probably couldn't.
That's you should have.
So number 2, definitely going red here. EA Sports and Madden censored Colin Kaepernick's name. So a little backstory. YG has a record out with Big Sean, Big Bank. Big Sean has a verse on the track, and he says Colin Kaepernick's name. It's censored as if it was a curse word, as if it was a bad name, as if it was not supposed to be. My thing is, what makes this goofy is you picked the song. EA Sports, you did this. You picked the song. You knew the lyrics. You knew how the song flowed, and it was on the soundtrack. This is your fault. You can't censor the man's what? YG definitely had issues. Big Sean definitely had issues, and obviously Colin Kaepernick, who didn't have to say much because everybody pretty much came to his defense like, this is goofy. Why? EA Sports, Madden. I'm just sales may drop a little bit for this one because y'all are extra goofy for this one.
EA Sports not in the game.
Not in the game at all. Get it together. They still treating Colin Kaepernick like he's I don't know, like he did something wrong or he did something bad. I don't get it. Definitely goofy. But this one, D's laughing because I think you all know what's coming. Donald Dump. Agent Zero, not Gilbert Arenas, no. Agent Orange had some disheartening tweets in reference to LeBron James. We just got finished talking about the brother. I'm gonna quote. Once again, our president of the United States is tweeting.
AKA Pumpkinhead.
LeBron James was just interviewed by the dumbest man on television, Don Lemon. He made LeBron look smart, which isn't easy to do. I like Mike.
I bet you do like Mike.
And what makes this extra goofy is that Mike came out with a statement right afterwards supporting LeBron James. Now is he gonna come up with something about Michael Jordan? I feel like you have too much time on your hands. Where's my Mr. Greenman? You have too much time on your hands to be tweeting. And you just recently got some more goofy stuff, but we're gonna keep it sports related here. Do not badmouth LeBron James. Not right. You can't badmouth him off the court. You can't badmouth him on the court, honestly. Because the man's doing big things for his community. I feel like everything that's related to black excellence, he's gonna find a way to tear down. And I'm so glad Mike immediately put out this statement saying, I agree with him. And you know what else is goofy? His wife is in support of LeBron James too.
Wow.
Your woman is in support of his brother. Yeah, I mean, I think you're just reaching. You're just all time reaching at this point. I got something for you, Donald Dump. Here we go, right here. Old Colt 45, whatever y'all want to call him. Just goofy. So let's recap real quick. We have Old 45. We have EA Sports / Madden, and Draymond Green and Tristan Thompson. Y'all are definitely my goofiest of the week. And Byron, got the one line for you. There's a thin line between goofy and great, and all three of y'all on the wrong end of it. Get it together. Greens and reds for everybody.
Crevonte's goofies of the week. Give it up for Crevonte, everybody.
You know what Donald was doing when he gave that tweet? He was on there taking a dump.
Oh,
the scene was like,
Celebrity in Chief, Dope 45. As we dial in waters
Pumpkinhead
for the power segment.
I don't even like calling him Orange. I like oranges.
He could be goofy every week, right?
He's in the Goofy Hall of Fame.
Okay,
he's in it.
First ballot. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Like, how do you reach so bad? Like, every time I feel like he can't outdo himself, he finds a way to one up it.
Only thing
Waters.
he should be reaching for is the toilet paper.
Oh boy.
I don't get it.
We got
just
Waters
don't-
here.
The power's on the line.
Waters, what's going on, brother? You know why you here? The Flex Zone's called. You always pick up the phone. Power is heating up better than Ray Lewis doing that speech with that jacket sweating. What's going on, brother?
Ooh, whoa. Huge Ray Lewis fan. So the only thing that was wrong with that was Ray Lewis this weekend was the Hall of Fame bus. Because it didn't look like him, looked more like Damian Williams.
I said,
No.
That's a good
I
one,
said
Walter.
half for the same thing.
He's
That,
right
that
there.
could be a goofy of the week.
I was like, I didn't think it. I think the bus looked like
It didn't
him.
look like
I didn't think it looked
him
like
at
them.
all.
I was like, who did that?
You gotta look. It was another picture that surfaced where somebody said when you see it in person, it looks like him. You gotta look at it close. You remember that episode of Martin when he said, "Don't it look like Denzel Washington?" And you got to squint your eyes. That's what it looks
Gotta
like.
switch your eyes.
But
Oh,
I know we're here to talk about power. Oh man! So this week, how about the way the show ended? If we can start right there, where Tasha revealed to Ghost that Silver loves her more than she ever did.
Which is a reach.
Ghost ever did.
That's a reach.
Huh?
I thought it was a reach.
It was a huge reach.
That was a petty reach.
Oh no! It was a petty reach, but you know what? I struggle, man. I don't think Ghost ever really loved Tasha. I'm
Dang.
just saying that.
I agree.
No, I don't.
I agree.
I think he always loved Angela. If you remember in the beginning, the reason why he couldn't be with Angela because her father saw that he was a drug dealer. He wanted better for his daughter. He wanted her to go to school. So I think it was always the true love, and I always believe he settled for Tasha. It was like, oh, okay, well, I'm in these streets. She cool. She gonna be my ride or die. Might as well be with her. But I don't ever think he really loved her. So, but I'm sitting there watching that. This thing is going to blow up, and I know some people were saying, "Why is it taking for this season? Why is this season taking so long to get started?" And I said, "Man, you got to have a slow build." We had the tragic death of Raina, and we started the season off with the funeral, which I believe should have ended last season with the funeral, just so we could come into different emotions. But they started this off, and then they just slowly but surely been taking us through it. We got Egan's father, Teresi. When is he gonna rat Tommy out? When is Tommy gonna catch on? That's the questions I'm having. And then I'm also looking at when is Tyreek gonna end up getting killed? Really working with Kanan, because Kanan, he sees what he didn't see in Sean. He see that in Tyreek, but he doesn't love him enough to say, "No, man, be better than us." It's like, nah, I want you to be my little homie. But at the end of the day, we know Kanan, if it comes down to him or Tyreek, he gonna choose himself.
Oh, no question.
Oh yeah.
No
question
doubts about it.
He don't got no heart.
He don't have no heart.
heart.
And then Ghost and Angela, sitting there watching them two, and I'm like, man, I'm rooting for them. I want them to be together.
That's good.
But it's like, can they try again? And now Angela is really into deep stuff.
Yep, they put the picture out, Brian. It's over.
yeah.
Deep.
And it's crazy, Brian. They almost got out of it. They almost let it go. She cut it, and my man had to go in there and check the ballistics out on that paper and say that match. I said, oh, they back in.
It's between that Latina officer and Mock and the
Sacks.
It's between
I
those
love
three,
names.
which
Don't you
is
love
why
names?
it just continues.
And I was going to say, Crevonte, you remember when we used to be in class and we would wait for, I ain't going to name professor, I ain't going to drop names on here, but you remember there was a certain professor who would be late coming to class.
Sure.
And just when we were about to be late, just when we was about to walk, because we always had, what was it, the 15-minute rule?
Yep.
And just when we was about to leave the classroom, boom, here they come showing up. That's what that reminded me of.
Because I know exactly what you're talking about.
Mighty quick, Brian, though. What do you think about all these strange bedfellows, man? Andre and Ghost getting together and Ghost
Yeah, man.
and then Tay.
Ugh.
So it's weird because Ghost and Dre really, when you sit back and watch them, they kind of like, all right, they can make a deal because at the end of the day, Dre didn't purposely get Raina killed. You know what I mean? So it's not like it's bad blood there, but it don't have to be that bad. As opposed to if he was the one that pulled the trigger. You feel me? But then you have Angela and Tasha, where Angela directly knew Tasha was Ghost Man, and she still pursued him, or still allowed herself to be pursued. So these whole strange bedfellow stuff, man, it's crazy.
It is, man. Tommy and Angela too. That's a crazy one also.
Oh, how about this? They just hate each other. This is like they hate each other since day one.
And making it clear.
Well, Brian, we appreciate you. We appreciate you as always. Will you be on next week for the SummerSlam preview show?
Oh, sure.
My man.
Well,
Appreciate
let's
it.
hope NyQuil don't put you to sleep again.
Well, you know,
I'm going to tell you the reason why it's not, because as soon as I hop off of here, I'm going to hop on Break It Down with Brian H, because in about 59 minutes, I'll be that so grateful number 32.
Hey.
happy birthday, Brian. Happy birthday, Wallace.
Birthday, baby.
Let us be the first to wish you happy birthday from the Flex Zone, brother.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. So I'm not recording tomorrow. So this week, people are getting not one, but 2 episodes. You're going to get a one that will drop tomorrow, but I'm going to record it right away. And then, I'm going to come home tomorrow after work, and I'm going to play Madden football. I know some people may not make. They may be, look, that's my form of entertainment. They fixed the issue, I'm going to play the game. And I got the T.O. edition because he's the greatest wide receiver that I've watched play after Jerry Rice. And then Wednesday, I'm going to record another episode of Break It Down with Brian H. while I review SmackDown.
I'm with you on that, Madden, Brian. I'm with you on that, brother.
You gonna make another video, man? You gonna make another video?
Bet y'all.
Hey, if Bashar Perriman is terrible, I will.
Oh God.
Well, you can just cut him off the game. Shoot.
How can I keep up with you, Brian?
TheBrianHWaters.com, BrianHWaters.com, and follow me at Brian H. Waters, and of course at Wrestling Realm with a W.
Shout out to you, Brian. Happy birthday again, and we'll talk to you next week as we get closer to that
Appreciate
season
it, fellas.
finale.
Can't wait for next week's show.
Alrighty, bro. Happy birthday again,
Happy
man.
birthday, man.
Happy birthday,
Thank
Happy
boys.
birthday, B-Dog.
And
Thank
Dre, D, we'll have Uncle Raj, Brian, SummerSlam preview. You, me, SummerSlam.
SummerSlam.
It's that time of year, D.
And also our special guest, Kobe Jacaguino, talking about his event, the Super 80 Showcase, best high school players in Baltimore.
Shout out to Kobe.
Kobe.
Dre,
Kobe.
it's that time of year. Biggest party of the summer.
I'm ready.
Raj,
Hey, I'm always ready for me, you, SummerSlam.
and that steak at Jimmy's. Because we'll be in the building, baby.
Yes, we will. We're
August
making our
19th.
triumphant return.
Come party with the Flex Zone. Turn up with the Flex Zone.
Turn up with your boys.
Hey,
And
put
be
the cards
goofy.
down.
Are you coming out? We get
Come
Ronda
on.
Rousey.
Ronda
again.
Rousey's wrestling. Come on.
I might. I don't know.
You gonna have a.
TBD.
I'm gonna say it right now. You gonna
There
have
you
a fatal 4-way for the women's belt.
We'd like to thank True Sounds for our theme song. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at The Flex Zone 1. Subscribe to the YouTube page, The Flex Zone Podcast.
Go
The
first.
first.
One.
Get those subscribers up. The show is exactly produced by Andre, Crevonte, yours truly, Uncle Raj, AJ on the social media. Shout out to you all. Cousin D,
That's right. We'll be back next week.
next week SummerSlam. And so much more goofies of the
Move
week.
it, son.
And a lot more sports. The Flex Zone. Only place giving you sports how you want it when you need it. And like that, we gone.
Peace.
Peace!
Goofiness.
Holla.